Welcome back to the channel Coins Collector, my friends, to another exciting deep dive into the hidden treasures of American coinage. Today we are stepping into the fascinating world of one of the most talked about coins in United States history, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. I am talking about none other than the 1971 United States half-dollar. At first glance this might look like just another piece of change that passed through countless hands over the years, but behind this coin lies a story of history, heritage, and hidden fortune that has made it one of the most remarkable coins you will ever hear about. And believe it or not, certain rare versions of this very coin have been valued at a staggering $741,000 in today's market. That's right. A single half-dollar that originally was meant to be worth just 50 cents could now be worth the price of a luxury home, a dream car collection, or even someone's entire retirement fund. Now let's rewind the clock and take a journey back through the history of this incredible coin. The half-dollar has been a staple of American coinage since the late 18th century, but the 1971 issue stands apart because it marks a turning point in American currency design. This coin proudly features the image of President John F. Kennedy, a leader who inspired a nation and whose legacy was immortalized on the half-dollar after his tragic assassination in 1963. By the time 1971 arrived, the Kennedy half-dollar had already become a symbol of remembrance and honor. However, 1971 also represented a monumental change in the materials used for coinage. Before that year, silver had been a key component in American half-dollars, but starting in 1971 the United States Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition. This decision meant that the coins struck in that year were the very first Kennedy half-dollars to be produced without any silver content, making them a milestone in American coinage history. But as with so many coins, not all 1971 half-dollars are created equal. Most of them circulated through everyday life, jingling in pockets, rolling across store counters, and being saved in coin jars. Yet, within the millions minted, certain rare varieties and mint errors slipped through the cracks. These error coins, sometimes struck on leftover silver planchets or produced with unusual die varieties, have since become legendary in the numismatic world. Collectors hunt for them with passion, knowing that the difference between an ordinary half-dollar and an extraordinary one could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Imagine holding what appears to be a simple 50-cent coin only to realize that it could command a jaw-dropping value of nearly $750,000 in today's collector market. That is the reality for certain rare examples of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar. These coins have been auctioned, studied, and prized for their rarity, condition, and historical significance. They represent not only a piece of American history but also a treasure that connects the past to the present in the most dramatic way possible. So in today's video we are going to explore everything about this remarkable coin. We will uncover the detailed history of the 1971 half-dollar, we will talk about why this year was so important in the evolution of American coinage, we will break down what makes certain versions so incredibly valuable, and of course we will dive into that jaw-dropping current market value of $741,000. Whether you are a long-time coin collector, a curious investor, or simply someone who loves a good story of hidden treasure, this is a video you are not going to want to miss. Stay tuned as we take you deep into the world of the 1971 half-dollar, a coin that proves that sometimes the most ordinary-looking objects can hide the most extraordinary secrets. Today we are diving into a coin that most people would never look twice at but which hides one of the most shocking secrets in United States coinage history. We are talking about the 1984 D half-dollar from the Denver Mint. At first glance it might seem like just another Kennedy half-dollar, the kind that many of us have seen jingling in our pockets or tucked away in old coin jars. But here's the catch. This particular year and mint mark combination carries with it a story of scarcity, survival, and unbelievable market value that has stunned collectors around the world. Imagine holding what seems like a regular 50-cent piece in your hand only to discover that its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $541,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that was minted for circulation in 1984 has become a numismatic treasure worth over $500,000 today. That is the kind of discovery that sends shivers down the spine of every serious collector and makes casual hobbyists start checking their change immediately. So before we reveal all the juicy details about how this coin came to be so rare and valuable, let's take a step back and explore its history. The Kennedy half-dollar was first introduced in 1964 shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It replaced the Benjamin Franklin half-dollar and was designed as a national tribute. For decades it has been one of the most recognizable pieces of American currency. By 1984, however, half-dollars were no longer widely used in daily transactions. Most Americans rarely saw them in circulation. They were struck mainly for collectors and banks, but the Denver Mint still produced millions that year. Yet despite what looks like an ordinary mintage, the 1984 D half-dollar has proven to be a coin with extreme scarcity in pristine condition. Now, why does this happen? Well, most of the 1984 D half-dollars went straight into circulation where they were heavily used and quickly became worn. Unlike quarters and dimes, which saw steady collector demand, half-dollars often slipped under the radar. That means very few examples survived in high mint state condition. Over the years, collectors began to realize how difficult it was to find a flawless uncirculated 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar, and that realization slowly drove its value up. Fast forward to today and the coin market has exploded with demand for high-grade rarities. Certified examples of the 1984 D half-dollar in near-perfect mint state have reached astronomical prices. The most shocking sale to date has put the value of this coin at a breathtaking $541,000, making it one of the most astonishing modern-era half-dollars ever sold. To put that into perspective, that's the kind of money that could buy you a luxury car, a dream home, or even change your entire financial life. And yet it all starts with a humble half-dollar that many people once overlooked. So as we explore the incredible journey of this coin, we will look at its mintage history, what makes it unique, why condition and grading are absolutely everything when it comes to value, and how you too can check your own coin collection or pocket change for hidden treasures like this one. Because remember, in the world of numismatics, knowledge truly is power, and sometimes that knowledge can turn 50 cents into $500,000. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video you will not only understand the remarkable story behind the 1984 D Kennedy half-dollar, but you might even be inspired to start hunting for your own rare gems.